Now, my next guest is back with new music 33 years after topping the charts with his debut single. Chesney Hawkes joins us live. Wow, does that take us back, me back?
Look at that little whippersnapper.
One of the biggest songs of the decade, Chesney.
Yeah.
It was an extraordinary hit. It was a meteoric rise to fame for you off the back of that.
Seems like 500,000 years ago and 5 minutes ago, all at the same time.
Of course it does. Because for a long time, I mean, it took you to America. It had, you know, all over the world, really, everyone knew what this song was. And I think because it was such a huge song, and still is, people still know the song, maybe not from first time around. So it sort of feels like it has never gone away.
It's passed down like a mantle,
exactly,
you know, and I get
that.
young kids like loving it now. And obviously I'm in festival season at the moment, and of course people bring their families, and I see little kids and
they're gutted if you don't play that one.
I can't not
song.
do it. I wouldn't be let off the field.
Because there was about 10 years where you didn't want to.
Yeah, I mean, you know, those years after that time, I kind of rebelled a little bit against it, but that didn't last, you know. It's I now embrace it completely, and it's now my friend song, yeah.
It's your friend.
We're mates.
Yes.
We're mates now.
There's a little fallout, but now we're back together again. But new music and a new album coming our way.
Yes.
About time, Chesney.
Yeah, I'm very, very excited about this album. It's full of kind of, you know, as you would expect, kick the doors down, pop bangers. Because I worked with a good friend of mine, Jake Gosling, who was responsible for early Ed Sheeran music. But there are also some songs on this album that kind of like had to be written, you know, like introspective, a little bit more reflective. And I guess when you get to my age, you know, that's what you do. You look back in life and think about like how certain things really did affect you, you know. And so it was like therapy, you know, a lot of the songs on this album. So I'm very excited to kind of get it out there.
Yeah, well, it's called Living Arrows.
Yes.
Coming our way very soon. And like you say, reflective, and that's an interesting take on it, because there's some really great, powerful kind of pop songs in there.
I know you've heard some of them, haven't you?
Yes, I have, and it sounds really fresh. Some of them quite a summer feel. I can imagine playing it on a nice hot summer's day. But like you say, love, it means a great deal to you. And it's like, it's almost like writing a diary to yourself and indeed your children.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it was kind of based on. It's called Living Arrows, based on a poem by Khalil Gibran. And it kind of, it equates like pulling the bow back and letting the arrows go to your children. Because, you know, my kids are all going into their 20s and now, and that's how it feels. You have to let your children go, don't you? So it's like some of these songs, well, obviously I equate the same thing and let the songs go into the world, you know, and it's a nice kind of way of kind of a roadmap for my kids, this album. Because
you've mentored a lot of young artists throughout the years, and indeed now your own children, and I know Indy, your son, it's sort of all come full circle again because he's performing with you.
Yeah, my boy, bless him, he's just finished 2 years at the Brit School. And he's an amazing guitar player. I marvel at how good he is. He's way better than I ever was, to be honest, you know, and he's now my lead guitar player. So he comes on the road with me. You know, we just, there they are there doing a little, he does this thing called Blind Beanie Beatles, so he puts his, the beanies on, around, so we're just joining in there, doing a bit of Beatles.
Just a little family jam.
Yeah, that's his Instagram fun, so.
But what a wonderful thing to have him with you, and yeah, it just makes it...
Yeah, it's one of my favourite things in life right now, you know, to kind of look over and see my boy with his foot on the monitor, throwing guitar shapes, you know, so... As long as he deems me worthy, he's welcome on my stage.
Yeah, of course. And you still have the same passion for writing and performing, so that has never left you. So
no.
It's time to do it again and properly feel, like you say, you were at the Flagstock Festival recently, big festival in September with other 80s and 90s icons of the time. So it's kind of feels like it's all heating up again ahead of the album.
Oh, totally. These festivals are amazing. And this one in particular, I think was my favourite of the year so far. It was obviously a big celebration of the lovely Caroline Flack.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I knew Caroline from nearly 20 years ago now when we first met, and she's such a beautiful soul.
No, and it's wonderful they do it every year now. It's just a lovely, beautiful
it's lovely.
memory.
It's like a big therapy session, you know. I sung a song from one of the songs I was just telling you about from the new album, which was about a friend of mine that took her life in very similar ways, and And to sing that song for the first time ever in front of that crowd was so special. It felt like a big group hug.
Yeah.
We were all together in it, you know.
It's the power of music again, isn't
Totally.
it, really? We know you've just moved back from LA.
Literally just moved.
Just
Yeah.
moved. You basically just come straight from the airport to us. And I know you're missing it, and you're missing one of your best friends from LA, and that is, of course, Ross King.
Oh, Ross.
Ross, there he is. We thought we'd reunite you.
Did you know I'd left, Ross?
I managed to get the restraining order in,
Yes,
so it was
well
good.
done, mate. Yeah.
Can I just say one thing? We've known each other 33 years. One of us looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
when
you
we
look
first
amazing,
met.
Ross.
And it's not me. And it's not me. Love you, pal. Love to the family.
Oh, I love you too, Rossi. I'll speak to you soon.
Oh, you say, Ross. He just knows everyone. Because you like, back in the day, you're on TV shows, all sorts together. And then, of course, they end up sort of...
8:15 from Manchester. I just saw a recent clip of us together, and Ross, for some reason, had shorts on, and he's got those little pin legs out, you know.
He's still there. He's still listening
He's still
to that.
listening to us. There, yeah.
Well, I've only ever seen him from the waist up. I've no idea.
You don't know what he's wearing. Oh, I love it.
He lives in a box in Hollywood. Yeah.
I've been to his box. It's a beautiful
You
box.
have, exactly. Oh, my goodness. One day I'll be invited.
We'll go together.
We'll go together,
visit Ross in his
Chesney.
box.
Absolutely, yes. So great to see you, Chesney. And like I say, such a gorgeous sounding album, Living Hours. It's coming our way, probably early next year.
I think early next year,
isn't it?
but we will probably put a couple of singles out within the next few months.
Okay,
So, yeah,
good
look out
stuff.
for that.
We will indeed.
So good to
Thank
see
you very much indeed, Chesney. It's great to see you.